a long time ago, actually, when we decided that we were going to try to find a massage chair.
Okay.
And we found that it wasn't the easiest thing in the world to go research these chairs.
Right.
There are a lot of chairs. And I thought that there would be a marketplace that I'd go to, like a furniture store for massage chairs.
Okay.
There's not a such thing. And there are individual stores may have a chair, or they may have one or two chairs, but they were very hard to find massage chairs to actually check out. And so we found that most of the information about chairs was on the internet and doing internet searches. And so to find out about this chair, I mean, it obviously was getting good reviews by some of the websites that we had looked at. And it had one characteristic that I was really interested in, and mainly that it's made here in America. And one of the things about this chairs like this is very obvious that they're a complex mechanical device. And I've been around complex mechanical devices all of my career, and I realized that they've got to be good if they're going to last a long time. Well, I was interested in this headrest. I had never seen one with a headrest like this and something that would actually work on my shoulders. And it looked interesting. And it said that you could play music and all of those things. And it also has an interface on it with the remote control that is very similar to an iPhone. So and it's the only one out there like that. So I found that very interesting.
Tell me again, what's the medical problem that?
It's thoracic outlet syndrome, which is where the nerves come out of your spine and have to go through the rib cage to your arms. And for the last 3 years, I went to the doctor, was diagnosed with it, and I ended up, the only thing I could really do, I did some therapy, and that would relieve it some. But most of the time, I'd have to take a medicine. And I wasn't expecting any change in that condition with a chair. But to my surprise, only after the second day, I noticed that I woke up the next morning and I had slept all the way through the night. I could feel it working on my spine, and all of a sudden I could sleep at night without my shoulders hurting me. And I didn't ever think about it for a medical reason, like with the thoracic outlet syndrome. I did not think of it as a medical chair. Now I understand.
Right.
It was very fast. It was literally, I think, after the second time that I used the chair that I noticed that I had slept through the night. And I did not have the pain in my shoulder, and I haven't had since I have used the chair. So I have no longer had to take any medicine at night. And
that's amazing.
Yes.
About the chair.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think that my favorite part about it is that I can adjust the intensity on the chair, and I really enjoy what it does with the shoulder. It has the health mode.
Right.
And in that health mode, I don't know who did all of the research on this, but they did a wonderful job.
Okay.
And when the air cushions come from the shoulder pad down, and the machine pushes your shoulders in and it goes down my back, that is a very relaxing feeling. You know, one thing that I did do was that we sat in some competitor chairs when we were first looking for the chair. And the intensity on those chairs was so strong that I couldn't. My wife literally got bruised by it. They said it was on the lowest setting possible. And with the control that I have with this chair, I can definitely bring it within a very comfortable level, or I can bring the intensity up if I feel like it. And that is a wonderful technology. And to actually be the most important part about that, instead of having to go through the scanning process every time, it literally, the first time it scanned, I felt very comfortable with the way that it had scanned my body. And then I saved that under a user saving, which is a very easy interface to go to. But the nice thing is that it not only keeps the profile of the scan, but it also saves the intensities that I had set for the massage mode that I was in. And it's just really nice to be able to set in the chair, hit the start, put in my user number, and then forget it. I don't have to fiddle with it anymore, and I can set the control in its little pouch and enjoy the massage.
Your wife uses too?
Oh yes, we have to negotiate sometime.
So one morning, one person at nighttime?
Well, I do it every night because it has had such a benefit to me for sleeping. I'm very happy. I would have bought the chair without knowing about the benefit, but now that I have, I really am very happy with the decision. I didn't know about the company until I started the research on the chair. And when, like I said, I couldn't find a place to go actually look at the chair. So on the website, it gave me the phone number to call. Actually was thrilled to find that the company is in Arlington, Texas, and that's only 50 minutes from here. And so when we called to find out if there was any place in town that we could look at the chair, they said, come to the factory and see the chair itself. So we did that. And because it's a large investment. You want to do the right thing. Right. And so when I went with Julia, my wife, we looked at when we came into the factory, everybody was very nice to us, and then took us out and we could see the construction of the chairs. I have been using electromechanical equipment for all of my career, and I can tell quality when I see it. And there was one of the big concerns that I had about a chair, almost nothing other than Luraco is made here in the United States. And if something goes wrong, what do you do?
Go straight to the manufacturer.
You have to go back to the manufacturer, which most of them are in Japan or China or someplace else, but not here. And so just the thought of having the manufacturer here in Texas was very appealing to me. But after I actually saw the equipment and the quality of the servo motors and how solid the hosing was to the airbags and everything about it, I was convinced that it was definitely going to be a good product. Matter of fact, I had gone to some stores that sold a chair that was half the price, but when you sat in it, I could also hear the mechanisms in it. I could hear a little bit of grinding going on. It wasn't going to last. And that the other part of the factory tour came, there was a room set up with the chairs. And your representative, Robin, sat us down and allowed us to demonstrate the chair and some of the different modes that it had. And it was just it was a good experience. That at the time it made my mind up. So we bought the chair on the spot. And I don't care how good a quality is. With time, mechanical devices have to have repair or some sort of maintenance. And to know that this company is here and will support this product was very important to me.